So to look at university financial records, start off by searching your school's name in something like financial office. So for example, here I Googled Smith College Financial Office. And this takes you to Smith's Finance and Administration page. At the bottom, you'll find the college's financial reports. Let's click on the most recent. And you can scroll through it and find all kinds of information. A breakdown of assets, sources of operating revenue and cash flows, allocation of assets and investment, data on property, bond obligations, and more. So for example, let's go to pages 12, 13, 14. Here we start to see how the college's assets are allocated in private equity and hedge funds, cash and equivalents, fixed income, and so on. All types of useful information that helps you know where the college is investing its money. And a lot of it, as we can see, is big in Wall Street investments. You might be able to find information on specific investments on these pages, like for example, portfolios or announcements of certain investments. Sometimes that's on these university financial pages, though it's not on this one. One other place to find information on university finances is the IPEDS database. IPEDS is Integrated Post-Secondary Education Database System. This is information that the Department of Education collects on universities every year, and it contains financial and other survey data that they submit to the government. So for example, if you go here, hold on one second, let's click on look up an institution, and let's put University of Iowa. So this takes you to the University of Iowa's page. And if you click on institutional profile, it takes you to a whole host of information. So for example, let's look under finance. This is data on where the university's revenues are distributed, or where the revenues come from. So, tuition and fees, grants, investment returns, and so on. And, this is the university's core expenses. Where is it spending money on? On research, on instruction, academic support, public service, and so on. So if you play around on this institutional profile tab, you can find information that might be useful for you developing your own analysis of the university's finances. Now we clicked on this other tab, data feedback reports. This is information where that the university submitted in their survey to the government, and you see information, data on student demographics, things like where is the university spending its money, even things like let's see here, the numbers of full-time staff, library expenses. So these might you can play around with this, and you might find data that could potentially be useful again for you developing your own analysis of the university's finances and where the money is, and developing a sense of strategy when you're having arguments around this stuff, around the question of divestment.